Here we go.
Welcome. We're back this week, our 6th week with Chamber Picks. So we're off after a bye week last week from the Coyotes. There'll be starting district play this week. I am Jay Carnes, your host. These are my cohorts up here, and we're glad to be back with you this week, tonight. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, thanks to LMG Productions. Yeah. We're going to start a new little tradition, I think, here. We're going to start off with the fight song and end with the school song. So somebody want to lead us off with a fight song here tonight?
Cheers, cheers for Uvalde High. Send all those praises up to the sky. Send that football down the field. Don't let a greyhound interfere. We never stagger, we never fall. We always get there with that football. All you kids from UHS, we're all out to win this game. Yeah!
Bravo! Bravo! Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Thank you, Mr. Nucci, on getting us started there.
Our pleasure, Jay.
We appreciate it. We are down broadcasting from the Chamber office in downtown Uvalde. The Chamber business of the month this month is Chaparrosa Ranch and Flying Bee Ranches, located on Highway 57 down on La Pryor. They have been a Chamber member with us since 2010. Along with that note, I want to give a little blurb and bump to the 41st Annual Hunters Roundup will be Saturday, November 5th. Hunters Roundup, vendors, wild game dinner, live music, big raffle. So come on out. We look forward to seeing you there.
Where's that going to be, Pablo?
At the Uvalde County Fairplex.
That's what
the crown jewel.
And what town is that in?
I think it's Uvalde.
Oh,
yeah. I think
Uvalde.
Yeah.
Pablo got that question earlier in the week.
After you said Uvalde County Fair.
Yeah, they actually called and said, "Where is your rodeo arena located? What county is it in?"
Highway 90.
It's Uvalde County Rodeo Arena. Okay, thank you. Can't make it up, man.
Well, just a quick little recap here on some of our records. Coming in first place right now is our guest picker. Our guest picker is 15-3.
Wow.
Joe Tom Havey from 2 weeks ago.
JT.
He was the winner in here, and he also won the Uvalde Leader News Pick'em contest and won $50. So shout out to Joe Tom.
Joe Tom.
Way, Joe, too.
So
Our guest tonight is our band booster president, Belinda Guzman. Welcome. You have big shoes to fill. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Why don't you fill us in just a little bit about what's going on with the band and what they have coming up?
Okay. Yes. Right now we are in marching season. We go out to competitions. We, of course, first of all, perform at every football game, which is home or away. So students are really excited about being part of every game that they get to travel to. We take a big entourage. We're 4 buses and 2 trucks with trailers attached with all of our instruments. We currently have 104 students in band and the Color Guard program. So, and out of that, we have 80 booster members. So it's a big number for us, and they're all out there to help us. When you notice us, is because we're on the visitor side of the concession stand. The concession stand is on the visitor side for us.
Good hamburgers.
And yes,
Great.
we do the
Great.
hamburgers, fajita tacos, and the hot dogs out on the grill in the back. And we get lots of people to help us cook those for us, and the volunteers that work, of course, the booth. That's a lot of fun. We have the Bernie game coming up, and then on Saturday morning, we leave early over to the Southwest Legacy School for a competition. We just came in September, we did a Carrizo Springs competition, and we did come back with a second place trophy for that. We're working really hard. The marching band did switch over. what they call their sections are called like movement. So they've learned movement 1 and movement 2. So they're preparing for movement 3 for the UIL competition, and that's going to be a big finale. It's going to be something that's a secret to the community, and we're going to try and put it out in full force for them. So hopefully the rest of the competitions that come up, we come back with some more trophies, and it doesn't stop there. We also have winter guard and percussion that also go out to competition, and then the marching band itself also competes against other bands in a concert type venue. So there is a lot of activity that happens with the band alone.
That's great.
Yeah, and these kids are very dedicated.
Yes,
because band practice. How long is band practice running every
We
day?
normally do like 6 to 8 p.m. It just depends. We do have what we call a band camp right before school starts as well, so they have to attend that. And apart from that, they also have a class scheduled into their a period scheduled into their class, so that they can be able to perform and learn the music for those that don't know it already. More than half of our students already come in as band members because they joined with Morales Junior High. This year, the composition of the music was actually done by Kevin Rooney. He is one of our band directors, so he composed the music, and Mr. Molina helped him with the percussion side of it. So it's something that nobody's ever heard. It's like out there, and they're the judges are really surprised at what they're hearing because it's not a repeat of something that another band has already done or things like that. So they really have that pride in the performance. So I really enjoy that.
Well, they
Well,
put
keep
in
up the good work.
Yeah, they put in a ton of time. So yeah, Coyote fans, if you're on the road with us at Bernie this week or home in a couple weeks here for Fredericksburg, I mean, when the kids are performing, know that they put in a lot of hours, go into that band practice and stuff. And so, thanks for being here.
Yes,
We
thank
really
you,
appreciate it, and we look forward to what the band's going to bring us. So.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, and along with our chamber picks, y'all know we work in conjunction with the Leader News. We all filled one of these out and are entered in the Leader News contest this week. It was in your Sunday paper, is that right? Sunday paper. So if you have a Sunday paper, fill one out and drop it by the Leader News office. If you don't, I'm sure they have copies there that you could go in and fill out. So please join with us, play along. Probably not very tough to beat us up here, but please do.
So now, did Joe Tom? I mean, in the deal, if we win this, we have to give it to the charity of our choice. Did Joe Tom? Did he give that to the charity?
I think he needs to be buying food for the next week or something.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Bring the beer.
He was sitting here asking us all of our picks before we went on. Did not give us a nickel.
I was just informed. I think his check is still here at the chamber.
There we
Maybe
go.
need to figure out something to do with that.
There we go. Wally Bob.
I want to remind you, since we've had a couple of weeks off here, if you can't travel to Bernie Friday night, you can catch the live play-by-play on the official radio partner in Uvalde College football. It's on UvaldeRadio.net. Also, tune in to Coach Miller's podcast show he does every week with Lone Star Gridiron Sports Network. They do a good job. They get together on Tuesday nights, and it pops up and is populated all week long. Get on, it's about a 15-minute listen. Really good. It gets you up to speed on this week's game. Last but not least, I want to thank our sponsor, Luigi's Restaurant. He's the one that brings us the good food every night. We'll be looking forward to him later coming in at some point. So thank you, Luigi's Italian Restaurant. Anything else? We want to get started.
Let's get going.
All right. Well, we'll start from the top down. We'll start with the NFL games. First one on our books, we've got the 3-1 Dallas Cowboys at the 2-2 Los Angeles Rams. Mr. Edwards, you got a favorite in this one?
If memory serves me correct, the Rams were the Super Bowl champions, and I'm going to go with the Rams on this one.
Sign me up. because I think Cooper Rush, it's been a fun story, I guess.
Yes.
You know, and to be quite honest with you, I think they need to package Dak and Zeke and just trade them to the highest bidder because I think that's where they need to go. But let's see.
They didn't
if
ask
do.
you?
Yeah, no, they definitely did not ask me. Oh, Jerry Jones, he did not. So I'm gonna go Rams here for sure. No more Rush.
No more Rush. All right. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Obviously, that was looking pretty sad when I saw Prescott got hurt, but you know, everything. Like I said, Cooper's not doing more than he needs to. He's just managing the game. Defense. I think Mr. Tafoya, I heard him say earlier that they're keeping him in the games. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
I think he comes back to earth a little bit this week. I mean, he's been playing well. Their defense been lights out, but Los Angeles looked pretty bad the other night, and they're going to come out a little fired up at home. So I go with the Rams.
Yeah, you got Aaron Donald on the defense.
Yeah, I know, man. Yep.
That's a game
On
changer.
Dallas
Yes, sir.
and the Rams, I got 74.3% on LA. I don't think Dallas is ready for LA. That's my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about
Well, I think the defense is carrying the team. You know, everybody's talking about Rush or Prescott, but the defense is what's winning these games.
Yes, sir.
Cooper Rush is not making mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch the Rams the other night, their offensive line is banged up. I think they sacked Stafford
He was running for his
5,
life.
7 times,
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
So I'm going to stick with the hot defense and
Mhm.
pick the Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Jan,
I'm going.
you know you want to pick the Cowboys.
I do.
One of these weeks I'm going to get
Are we
you.
back in
That's a pretty
1993?
persuasive argument, you know. I mean, let's back up. Maybe we'll have a few more Cowboys.
You know you want to.
My son and I've been on a trip recently. It was actually a Yankees Quest, and he has season tickets to the Dallas Cowboys. He said, "Mom, what happened?" It was such a question. "Mom, what happened to you?" And I went, well, you know,
Jimmy Johnson, Troy.
getting people out of jail to play on Sunday. That was the first time I went. No, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Oh, no.
Okay, I want the Dallas Cowboy fans not to throw anything at me, but I am not a Dallas Cowboy fan. I am going for Los Angeles Rams.
I'm with.
So
Thank you,
just me and Pablo then, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay.
We'll be celebrating next week.
Yeah.
Close to home run. So
I'll text you.
our next NFL game
roll doubles
is the other Los Angeles team, the Los Angeles Chargers, coming in at 2-2. They're at the 2-2 Cleveland Browns. Mr. Edwards.
I don't know exactly why, but I'm going with the Chargers here.
I think so too. The man-child, the human god that is Myles Garrett. If you ever see him without a shirt on, yeah, it's ridiculous. But he was in that car wreck. He's good.
Oh,
But I think that I'm gonna go Chargers. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Los Angeles also on this one. The Browns got a good defense, but I just think their offense is gonna be a little bit better than theirs. Chargers.
I heard man-child. Did I hear man-child or man-crush? I wasn't sure which one it was. Hey.
Low blow. That's a
low
good looking
blow.
name, just like David Robinson. Man. That's God's good work.
The Admiral, yeah.
And that human form right there. That's ridiculous.
Oh, you don't say Manti.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
You kind of, when you get games like this, somewhat toss up, you look at the quarterback. Justin Herbert's by far the better quarterback of the two, so I'll go with the Chargers.
Yeah. Los Angeles Chargers and Cleveland Browns. I go with the Los Angeles Chargers. Stats 50.3.
It's awesome.
Did it? Yeah, I was going back and forth on this one. I couldn't make up my mind, but I think Herbert's getting healthier. Keenan Allen might be back this week. I'm going to take the Chargers.
Me too. Chargers.
I'm going for the Chargers as well.
Yes.
You're welcome, Browns.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a home run for the Browns.
I wish the Browns could beat them.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Our next game is the 5-0 Philadelphia our 4-0 Philadelphia Eagles at the 2-2 Arizona Cardinals. We've got a deal. We switch sides every once in a while. I'll start with you.
Okay, I did pick the Eagles for this win, and I think that they'll do really good.
Yep, I'm with the Eagles too.
Yeah, Eagles looking tough. Arizona's underachieving. So, Eagles.
I'll tell you what, Philadelphia 4-0, Philadelphia Eagles.
Looks
I
good.
think I'm going to buck the trend on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Eagles have played above their head, and Arizona's underperformed. I think Arizona wins at home. I'll go with the Cardinals.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. They're playing great. I don't think the Cards are gonna get on track until they get Hawkins back, honestly. So Eagles with a win. Hopefully they stay undefeated and they lose next week.
Yeah, this one was it's a toss up for me too because Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind, and the whole team is. But also you've got the electric factor in Kyler Murray and all those weapons and Cliff Kingsbury. And I thought that they would they probably upset the Eagles, but then I looked. Eagles are 2-0 away from Philadelphia, and Arizona's 0-2 at home. So home cooking's non-existent. So I'm going Eagles.
I'm going with the Cardinals, the ghost of Larry Fitzgerald.
Rest in peace.
I'm sticking with the Cardinals. Still alive, isn't he?
Yes.
All right. I'm going
Our
with them.
last NFL game we have this week, we've got the 0-3-1 Houston Texans against the 2-2 Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll start down here again with you, Belinda.
I'm gonna go with the Jaguars because the Texans haven't been winning, so I'm just gonna go with the Jaguars.
I thought it was interesting that the Jaguars are favored, but the money's on Houston.
Mhm.
So, and I'd love to go with Houston, but I have to go with Jacksonville.
Yeah, I feel bad for Houston. I
I
really
do too.
do, but not
No.
bad enough to pick them.
I want them to win.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville Jaguars, 72.2%.
Yeah, they've got some young studs down there. They're finally getting it going. Yeah, Jacksonville.
Now the Jaguars, Lawrence, he's looks like he's taking the next step. Jury's still out on that one, I guess. But I think this is the week the Texans get their first win. Houston.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
I hope you're right.
I hope so.
Well, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is. I think he's finally figuring out this NFL speed, and he's getting there. And he got Christian Kirk, the old Aggie from Arizona, and that's a weapon he's starting to figure out how to use. So we're going Jaguars.
He was underused in Arizona.
Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the Jaguars. Houston's going to win one, but it's not going to be this one, I don't think.
Jaguars.
Home run Henry.
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
We'll let you know next
We'll
week,
see.
Pablo,
Yes, sir.
if you
Yeah.
take us all down here. All right, that'll wrap up our NFL slate this week. On to the college slate. We've got a couple big local games this week. The first game, we've got the Texas A&M Aggies at 3-2, traveling to the 5-0. Are they number one ranked this week or two? It kind of bounces back.
It's about half and
think-
half, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they moved back into the number one slot, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Mr. Edwards?
Yeah, I'd like to go with the Aggies, but not this time. Roll Tide, roll.
Alabama.
They call Alabama the
Yeah.
Crimson Tide.
Sweet home. Sweet home. Yeah, no. There's an interesting note online. So it was 2002. Reggie McNeil, freshman, beat number one Oklahoma, Kyle Field. 2012, Johnny Football was a freshman at Tuscaloosa, number one, beat them. Well, we got a freshman on the roster, Connor Wigman. I don't think they're going to play him for that next iteration of beating number one. I got to go. Now, if we were going spread, I'd go A&M, but straight up, got to go with the Tide. Sorry.
This guy's hedging this.
I may be dumb, but I ain't stupid. So we're going Bama.
What did you call me? I'm gonna go with the Aggies. I think they're gonna pull off the upset. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I don't know. I'm looking at when they played against the Longhorns. I know it was a few weeks ago, but I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna slip up.
Well, and A&M
You
had
know,
the
you never
same
know,
thing
man.
last year, and then they kind of puttered along and then beat Alabama.
Yep.
Well,
There you go.
I-
There's
they
precedent.
did.
There's a
They
precedent.
did.
From your lips to God's ears.
Unfortunately, they're not going to have Kyle Field behind them here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, I got to go with the Tide. Like to see the Aggies pull up the win, but yeah, I got to go with Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Alabama Crimson Tide. I got 96.2%.
That's
it.
Tell you, stats are there.
Yeah.
How about you got 4%?
You're 4%, man. That's all I need. That's all I need. So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance, a small chance.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Very small.
Saban's going to have his guys ready.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was said some things about Jimbo and the A&M program in the off season, and then sparked this back and forth between them. You know, fighting through the media. You know, Saban didn't like losing to him last year. He doesn't like the NIL money at A&M, and I think he's had this game circled since they lost last year. So going back to the point spread, I think it's going to be more than 24.5 or whatever. So I'm sorry, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, their yardage per game, and then you look at Bama, fewer turnovers. I just think Alabama.
My husband always makes me watch college football with him because it's the most exciting sport that he sees. So I am going to go with Alabama because I always see them win.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
two.
that's,
That's two for you.
I know, man.
Two
What time- what
Live
time
on
is
the
that
edge.
game?
My middle name's Dangerous.
7. That's the night game.
Night game.
Well, then on the early slate, you have to get up early at 11 o'clock. You've got 3 and 2.
Whoa, where were you, Friday?
3 and 2 Texas Longhorns at the 3 and 2 Oklahoma Sooners. That's a big rivalry game, Red River Shootout.
Yes, sir.
If you've ever been there, it's something like no other, half and half. And so it's split right down the middle. And when they run out of the tunnel, it's just the Texas guys will run through the Oklahoma booze, and then it's like the promised land, and they hit the other side. It's something else, and this really is the rivalry game for Texas. And so, Mr. Edwards?
Yeah, I'm going to go UT here. Oklahoma's, if TCU can run all over them like they did,
Oh, wow.
I got to think that the Longhorns have a good chance. So anyway, hook them.
Yeah, that was the deciding factor on me going out of my brain picking Alabama, and now I'm gonna pick Texas University. So
That hurt, man.
yeah, hey, but we're doing it for record,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Yes, sir.
You ain't gotta get me to do the horns or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going with the Longhorns. Also, I believe they're favored, right? Slightly.
They're favored by 7.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wasn't given the lines this week.
That's all good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout. Yeah, Longhorns all the way.
Yeah, I caught a lot of grief by picking Alabama
know.
over Texas a couple weeks ago, and the people that did, I told them there's one game I will not pick Texas against somebody. I'm always going to pick them when they play Oklahoma. But yeah, they got problems. I don't know what it
They
is.
do.
They got some
Odd.
problems going on
It's
up
really
there.
odd.
The stat of the week, though, this is the first time in 20-something years that Oklahoma and Texas are playing, and neither team is ranked.
Yeah,
You have
98.
The game of the week in Dallas this week is now TCU versus Kansas. I never thought I would say that. They're both undefeated. They're both in the top 20. That's the game of the week in Dallas, and not the Longhorns and the Sooners. But yeah, this is the first time in a long time. But Oklahoma's got problems. Texas all the way.
I'll tell you what, on this one I don't have any stats, but looking at the Longhorns, giving away.
This game has me a little worried because the Horns, when they're the favorite, it seems like a lot of times they don't. Should I have not said that? But I'm going to take the Longhorns anyways. It's probably the kiss of death. I'm picking them, but I'm going to stick with them.
Yeah, well, I'm going with Texas. Texas also.
Bless you.
Texas. Our grandson is a student trainer with TCU, and so I was hoping that would be on the sheet this time because that is going to be a fabulous game. And so we talked. And we agreed that, of course, Texas.
Where is that game? TCU in Kansas? Is that
It's in Fort
I
Worth.
think
Fort
it's in
Worth?
Fort Worth.
Yeah, it's in Fort Worth. So
all right?
Well,
Oh.
I think the Longhorns are going to try too hard, so I'm going for Oklahoma this
Thank
time.
you. Oklahoma will win. So thank you. Well, this is a rivalry game, and I remember as a kid, I saw Texas 4 years in a row being terrible and Oklahoma being unranked, and Oklahoma being ranked in the top 5 and Texas winning. So anything can
It's
happen in
true.
this
Well,
game.
that's been the last 20 years too, though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You're right. So,
Sorry, didn't mean to disturb it.
our next onto a next real important game up in the Big Ten. We've got the Iowa Hawkeyes at the Illinois Fighting Illini. I think both of them are 3-2, 2-3.
4-1. I think
Illinois is 4-1.
Yeah,
4-1.
Illinois
4-1.
4-1. That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
right.
Mhm.
That is right. Illinois 4-1.
Mhm.
So, Belinda.
My turn. I'm going with the Hawkeyes,
Okay.
just because.
Good reason.
I'm going with Illinois.
In the previous version of this show, when it was on 104.9 and James Waltz was the host, he would have framed this game as Big Ten slobber knocker. And that's because both these teams, the defenses are giving up 10 points or less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a defensive struggle. I'm going to take Illinois because they're at home.
Neither of these teams I've been seeing, but I'm going to go with Belinda, Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, if you like offense, this is not your game to watch. This one, maybe we wanted to take a
baseball
nap
score.
through. There's be a lot of defense here.
5-3.
Yeah, exactly. I think Iowa won a game early in the season where they didn't. How many points they scored? There was some weird number.
Was
and
it
they-
5
they, like,
or
Yeah.
a safety and a
Two
field goal?
Yeah, it was 2. I think they actually had 7 points. It was 2 safeties and a field goal without having a touchdown. First time ever. So yeah, it may be a 7-3 game. So I'll go with the Illini.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Illinois also. 2 great defensive football teams. It's going to be a defensive slugfest. Illinois got the number 1 D in the nation. I think they're going to eke it out with it. So,
Yeah, this is one of those like Thanksgiving games. Like after the meal, just turn it on and then just lay down and just.
When you go back to get food during the game.
Yeah, fourth
Not during the
quarter,
break.
like, oh, okay, that's weird. They won or whatever. Like, it's just like the corn fed. It's just those. It's just gonna be sleepy running game. Like they're gonna run, and then punt, and then they're gonna stop them and run.
Yep.
It's just the same thing. But Dino Babers, he's got something because when he was the offensive coordinator for A&M, he was the only guy that ever gave me a scouting. He had me like fill out a questionnaire for a quarterback prospect, and I thought that was great. He was so sweet. I felt like it's like make a wish, So, but I got to go with my man Dino, Illinois.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Fighting Illini here. My wife was born in Quincy, Illinois, and so I got some. They lived in Champaign, Urbana for a while, so give me the Illini.
Illini.
The fighting
Alright.
Illini.
All right, our Jamesville special of the week.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
We've got the Springfield Pride at the Coast Guard Bears up in Connecticut. I think both of these teams they're 2-2. They're right about 500 or so. I don't think we
Yeah,
have.
they have the very same record.
2 and 3.
They have
2
the
and 3.
same record,
Totally.
exactly.
They're both 2 and 3.
2 and
Totally.
3.
Yeah. Yes.
Totally same.
Bears, Coast Guard.
Toss up.
Oh, that-
Coast Guard Bears.
Coast Guard
I'm worried
Bears.
about that too.
Belinda, we'll start with you. down
I'm going to go with Springfield only because I don't think I've ever watched a Coast Guard game.
there. Coast Guard plays football.
On the boats.
Yeah. I mean, I think Springfield's what I've got checked here too. I have no clues.
Yeah, I think Coast Guard probably spends too much time on the water, and they're going to have their sea legs, and they're going to be all wobbly on the football field. So, Springfield.
It's hard to imagine Connecticut playing football anyway, isn't it?
Boy, I tell you. Springfield Pride.
All I'm going to go Coast Guard just because they're at home. I don't think either one of these two teams
Where is
are.
home? Where is home for the Coast Guard?
They're up in Connecticut.
In
On the ocean.
Yeah.
Connecticut. Yeah, they're on the ocean.
On the ocean somewhere.
On the
So,
coast.
so they
Yes, sir.
might be, you know.
Well,
They're used to the coast.
I'm a little worried about the Bears. Shouldn't it be like the Dolphins
I know,
or
man.
something?
Exactly.
The halibut,
The Bears.
Stone crab.
the scrod, the tuna.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears also. They're at home. Coast Guard Sea Bears. Let's change the name up. Sea Bears.
Yeah, sea bears.
Sea Bears.
And so it's the Springfield Pride. Is that what it is? I was looking for it, and I just thought it was like very positive fan people posting
Maybe
about
it's-
like
maybe it's
Springfield Pride.
I'm going with Mr. Bols's.
Maybe it's Lions.
No, I don't know. I
Lions
think going
Pride.
Coast
Probably
Guard.
like
There you go.
the
Lion
Commanders.
Pride.
Anyway, Coast Guard is a form of the military, and you know they're going to be conditioned, and it's also Parents Weekend. So
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
seamen are going to need their parents.
So they do not want to lose with their mamas and daddies then. Good point.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears too. I don't think that wobbly leg deal. That's just not.
That doesn't hold water.
That's not working for me, man.
It's Connecticut.
Now remind me to tell you a joke. Wobbly legs. Okay.
Oh, crazy.
All right. That'll do it for our college games. We're under our high school games. We've got 3 high school games, and then of course our game of the week. We'll start off with our first high school game. We've got we have the 2 and 4 Carrizo Springs, or are they 2 and 4?
Yes, sir.
They're 2 and 4. Yeah, 2 and 4 Carrizo Springs Wildcats at the 5 and 1 Pearsall Mavericks. Mr. Edwards.
I don't know why I've got Cariza's circle, but I'm going to stick with the Wildcats here. I don't know who they played, but Carrizo Springs.
Well, I went against my uncle Dennis McGee and the Pearsall early in the season, and that bit me. So, so Uncle D, let's go. You and Jorge straight. Let's go Pearsall.
I forgot.
Yeah, give me the Mavericks
Dennis
also at home.
connection.
Got a better record. I think they're gonna pull it out.
Gosh,
Pearsall.
This is to me this is a toss up. I think Pearsall is probably their record's a little inflated, and Carrizo's probably a little better than their record. It's going to be a close game, but at home, got to go with the Mavericks.
Peanuts.
Pearsall Mavericks.
Red there.
Looks good.
Looks good, looking good.
It's the home of peanut, right?
Yeah, this game's a toss up. I'm with Jay, but Pearsall at home.
Yeah, I'm going with the McGee factor too.
Uncle
Pearsall.
I'm selecting Pearsall at home.
Okay, Mr. Edwards, I think you're on the clock on that one.
All right,
you
give me
were
those
the only
Wildcats.
Wildcat. I think. It'll be a close game. It'll be a close game.
Yes, sir.
I think there's also much improved ball club this year. But our next high school football game, we've got the Rockport Fulton Pirates at the Pleasanton Eagles. Both of them come in at 2 and 3. They're both on 2-game winning streaks. Of course, Pleasanton was in our district last year. Got a good returning quarterback. Mr. Edwards?
I'm going to go with Pleasanton at home in this one.
I was looking at Pleasanton, and you know, living around here, you see and it's the weird thing about we played all these back in the day, and it was like if you lost to Carrizo or Crystal, like you're not coming inside. Like you just that silly talk. Like get out of here. Well, now all the like Poteet and all them, they're real big. The only thing I got is Dat wins from Rockport Fulton. The old number 9 for old RC Slocum. So let's go with Rockport Fulton.
Coach Miller's boy.
I'll take the Eagles on this one. I know they're both 2 and 3. I just think they're gonna pull it out at home. Home cooking.
You know, your day was a little after my day because when we were growing up, Carrizo Springs was a tough football team. They kind of
They really
dropped
were, yeah.
a little bit,
They were, yeah.
and but man, they were. You went down there and you knew you had to strap it on. Those boys could play and could hit. There were a few of them moved up here soon after that, and ended up playing for the Coyotes too.
Right.
But Caruso had
That's
some. They had some teams and some really close games with Uvalde, and they knew how to play. But anyway, back to our other game, Rockport and Pleasanton. Yeah, the quarterback factor again here. Pleasanton's got a good quarterback. Everything else being equal, and got to go Pleasanton.
I don't know. Everybody's going with Pleasanton. I'm going to break here with Rockport Fulton Pirates.
Hey, let's go. Looks good.
I'm going to take the home team, Pleasanton.
I'm going to go with Pleasanton too. I looked at their records, what they're away, and Rockport doesn't do good when they go away. So that made my choice for me. And I like Pleasanton anyway.
I picked Rockport this time because I hear that name more than I have Pleasanton.
Same reason I picked.
All right. Well, you know, I mean, this is a toss-up. It could go either way. Our next high school game, we've got a little closer to home. We've got the D'Ennis Cowboys visiting the Brackettville Tigers. I think D'Ennis comes in at 4-2. Brackettville comes in at 4-2. Brackettville kind of had a tough week last week. We learned never to pick against Avenel here this year. They're having a great year, but Gary Mack's got a good team over there too. So anyway, we'll start with you, Belinda. D'Ennis and Brackettville.
These Cowboys I will pick.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I'm picking Brackettville at home.
Sticking with the home team, Bracket.
I'm going to go with Belinda. The Hennis Cowboys. Now, those are real Cowboys.
What? Didn't D'Ennis win the state baseball championship last year?
Yeah.
Softball. Yeah, they're definitely real Cowboys. They've got an athletic program. I think it's going to be a great game. Both probably pretty good teams. I kind of looked at who they played, and I'll take Bracket's 2 losses over D'Ennis' 2 losses probably. So I'm going to go Brackettville also at home.
Yeah, I'm going with Bracket also. I think they're going to be motivated after that loss. Man, they got 52-19 to Sabinal last week. Give me Bracket.
For sure. Brackettville, Coach Gary Mack, he's going to have them up and ready to go. I mean, 2 weeks ago, they scored 73 on the prior. And, I mean, that's hard to do on air and short grass, much less, a defense. So I think Coach G is going to figure it out. We got Brackettville here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gary Mack and the Brackettville Tigers on this one. This was a game that got me in trouble a few years back, but we'll tell that story later, too.
Yes,
There's something more to that story?
No,
Maybe.
yeah, it was the quarterback they had back then. He came from a long line.
Hey,
Could it be Luigi?
Come on in. Our sponsor has provided.
Thank you.
Right there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, turn
Thank
around
you.
and wave at the camera. Thank you. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We will.
All right,
That smells
that's
good.
it for the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good night. See you next week.
And we got one.
Well, that one will take us to our game of the week. Big game kickoff of District House. Before we do that, let's we got a little poster back here that was gifted by the athletic department. Let's hold that up. Uvalde
Let's go.
football poster. I think that may need to be a raffle here next week. We didn't come up with our raffle tickets. I missed another one of our new traditions. I forgot our high school athlete game of the week. We missed that, but they'll be both back next week. And
Is the wind blowing the flag?
So waving.
yeah, maybe we get the players to sign it. And after a big week this week against the Bernie Greyhounds, so.
Get it before it rolls.
Bernie comes in at ranked number 4 in the state, but what I've been told, they're now without a few weaknesses up there, and so it's a big one for Coyotes going on the road. But kickoff district play. What do you think, Melinda?
I get to pick first. I'm going with the Coyotes. I know that Bernie has a good football team, but I am going with the Coyotes. I want to see that 21 up there again, and I want Bernie to be lower than that.
I agree. Of course, we're behind you 100% Coyotes. Let's show them what we have. Coyotes all the way.
Yeah, I'm taking the Coyotes. I think, control the ball, keep it away from Bernie, and we got an excellent chance.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, Coyotes.
Well, I reminded my son as this week kicked off that these juniors now, when they were freshmen, they did beat Bernie. They beat Bernie here in the Honey Bowl that Thursday night. I think it was a Thursday night. And so they definitely can play with them. They know how to play with them, and they've got some experience here. I kind of agree with you. Control the ball a little bit. Maybe a 24-21 game. Maybe that's the wrong score. The losers have the 21, but it's going to be our defense has been playing well. So yeah, it's always think picking the Coyotes, but I really think the Coyotes have a chance to pull one off. Won't be the first time Uvalde's beaten a big state-ranked opponent. Remember Cal Allen coming in here in the late 80s.
Yes.
And Uvalde putting it on to them that night. And so I think Uvalde can go up there and show them what we're made of. And I think they come home with a win. Coyotes all the way.
Yes, sir. Uvalde guys, play loose, play for each other. Go out there and shock the world, man. Coyotes.
Yeah, this is this is gonna be a tough game.
It is.
It's a tough game. It's a good team,
Mm-hmm.
but go smack them in the mouth.
Sure. Yes.
And I'm
Hit
sorry,
somebody.
man.
and go switch it up on them and take it to them. Coyotes.
I got 2 words for the Coyotes. Appalachian State.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that right next to Mr. Mitzi, but the big bear's got to fall
Yes,
every
sir.
now and then.
There
so
you go.
Go get
David
him.
and, David and Goliath, man. Let's go.
Yeah. What happened to Appalachian State? What was it? What was that?
I don't know. That's an
Same
upset
thing that happened
ranked
to
team.
Alabama.
An L's an L, huh?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly
sure
right.
Well,
I'm sure I'll have to
Your
get security at my home now for bringing that
it's
up.
definitely doable. I think the Coyotes are going to go through with a lot of confidence.
Go Coyotes.
They've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
They've got nothing to lose.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, play loose, play hard. Bring home a win Friday night. Be
Yeah.
a
Have
great
some
way
fun.
to kick off district play.
Yeah.
And, the band will be there supporting them. It'll be, that's one thing. Uvalde always travels with a good crowd when we're out of town. Every away game we've been to so far this year, we've got more fans on the visitor side than
That's
the home
great.
team does.
That's
So,
awesome.
And if you don't
show
go
up.
the radio too,
Yeah.
Alan Potts, Ortiz, man, they've got they've got that buzz about their voice and on the radio
Mhm.
again, man. And of course it's a First State Bank Uvalde first down, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's hope we hear about 20 of those.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
20
hear
of those.
that.
Every time you hear that,
Friday
it's
night.
a good thing,
Oh, yeah.
baby.
Well, go Coyotes. Go
Coyotes.
Coyotes.
Oh yeah.
We want to sing our way out of here?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go.
We'll always be loyal and true all through our school days, and when we are through, ULE High. 3 cheers for you. Rah, rah, rah. We pledge our hearts and ourselves to you.
Go Coyotes!